Don't look now, but the Indiana Fever are rolling. What a win for the Fever over the New York Liberty for a number of reasons. Number one, the schedule spot that the Fever were in. If you remember when the Fever smoked the Aces, I talked about how the Aces were in an unfavorable schedule situation, and I'm always going to keep that consistent. Well, that was against the Fever, and they still smoked New York.
Coming into this match, while Indiana was grinding through their third contest in 4 nights, including a grueling game against Seattle just yesterday. Yet, none of it slowed them down, largely because Kelsey Mitchell's motor never stops. Honestly, massive props to Kelsey Mitchell. She is an incredible talent who deserves every bit of praise coming her way. Can you believe there was actually talk of shipping her out? That seems laughable now. Scoring like she does is a rare gift, not.
That is a rare thing. She is special in the way that she can score the basketball, and she just keeps going and going and going and attacking. She's got, that it's set on kill mode and right at the basket every single time. Now, Caitlin Clark didn't follow up her career best performance with an encore of that. But
considering the circumstances, she was impressive. Her jump shot felt a bit off early on, which I'd attribute more to fatigued legs than anything else given their back-to-back schedule. But Caitlin never stopped attacking the paint, which is a facet of her game that often goes overlooked. In my view, no other guard in the WNBA penetrates as
at taking the ball to the basket. And in this one, Caitlin was finishing through contact. She was scoring. They also got a bunch of contributions from the bench. Ty Harris deserves a shout out. She's been really, really good at the backup point guard spot. Just steady. You can count on her every single game to
pure consistency. Plus, Sophie Cunningham is continuing to shoot the lights out from deep. On top of that, their defensive effort was stellar, which is a rare sight for Indiana this season. They suffocated.
To like 12 points in the third quarter or something like that as they pulled away, because New York looked like they were going to win this going away early. And Johannes, hopefully she's good, but she had an injury, but she was really hot from 3 early in the game. There was some frustration with the officials. Clark ran into a Jonquel Jones screen. That's where she picked up the technical
shoulder, but nothing too severe. The referees were whistle happy all night long, making the game flow stagnant. Between all the lane violations and questionable calls, it was a messy contest, and Clark kept taking hits. Brianna Stewart inadvertently struck her in the face while attempting a block, yet no foul was whistled. It's just a case.
But really good teams push through all that, and the Fever are starting to become that. They're starting to become a really, really good team because, they're on a back-to-back and they're putting up well over 100 points.
Ceiling. Let's examine some highlights. Specifically Kelsey Mitchell's closing performance. Even though the outcome was already decided, Kelsey continued to bury shots that most players wouldn't even attempt, let alone make. With a 1-5-point cushion, she absorbs contact, fires from downtown, and sinks it. The Fever are constantly drawing aggressive, reckless fouls because opponents are desperate and scrambling to contest their perimeter.
To get out onto their shooters, they're so deadly. I mean, that Clark and Mitchell that's backcourt bliss right there, those two together. And when you send the extra attention to Caitlin Clark, again, you are food.
To Mitchell, it's a total lose-lose scenario. It reminds me of that scene from The Princess Bride. No matter which cup you grab, you're drinking poison. Either way, your defense is in massive trouble. And there was another instance from Kelsey Mitchell that highlighted her elite quickness. She's just incredibly explosive. This particular sequence really caught my attention and had me completely floored by her ability. It really makes you think, because when she secures the ball here, it's a perfect example of how defense fuels offense.
This one is defense leading to offense. You can just see Kelsey Mitchell get downhill, and she's like, oh, no, you can't keep up with me. Astia, you're going to be arms up, hapless as I get right to the cup. She is so fast and so difficult to deal with for anybody to deal with. And then when her backcourt partner is Caitlin Clark, who's going to find her too, right? Like Caitlin Clark is finding her on some of these plays in the last couple of games, where we're seeing that connection more and more often, which we hadn't seen quite as much early in the year. But here's Caitlin, another backdoor cut from Kelsey Mitchell, and perfectly placed
along the baseline for the finish. Honestly, that backcourt features the best floor general paired with the best shooting guard. It's that simple. Aaliyah Boston was back in the lineup for this one. She didn't have her best night, struggling a bit in the opening half while dealing with some unfavorable officiating calls against her.
But nonetheless, she's still obviously a B. She hit another three off a great find from Caitlin in this one too. Pretty much everybody who played contributed. But like I mentioned, Caitlin Clark also with a lot of tough shots and a lot of tough finishes. She finally got a three to go late in the game here.
Watch this possession. She brings it up, and there's Harris, that reliable veteran I keep talking about. She plays with such poise. She drives baseline, kicks it to Maisha Hines-Allen, who quickly swings it over. It leaves Clark wide open because Johannes was limping after an injury on that previous play.
But Clark takes advantage of the open opportunity and knocks down the three there. Then on those drives, I mean, that's the most impressive thing about Clark. People talk about, physicality and weight room and all that. Caitlin has just gotten really, really good at this. She's always been good at it, but she's made a concerted effort this year to get downhill, draws the foul, and one, finishes the bucket. There were several plays like that. There was one in she didn't get a foul called on either, where she was clearly hacked across the shoulders.
The more she hammers that defense, the more pressure she puts on the officials to call those foul. It inevitably creates more space for her perimeter game. Check out this behind-the-back move into a layup. Plus, the foul there is simply no way to defend a player with that kind of repertoire. Everything is clicking. The Fever are finally hitting their stride. Their defensive intensity is up, the bench is producing, and the backcourt is lethal.
It's unstoppable. They got Aaliyah Boston back in the lineup in this one. AB with 15 points and 7 boards. I've been waiting for them to get the three of them going at the same time.
Even if only 2 or 3 of them are in rhythm, the offense moves smoothly. They put up 108 points tonight. They crushed the Liberty by 20, even while playing their second game in 2 days against a well-rested opponent.
Maisha Hines-Allen was also good in this one. KK Timpson contributed off the bench. Again, she had some rebounds, 5 rebounds. Sophie Cunningham is just a straight sniper at this point. 3 of 4 from 3. The three-point shooting for the Fever, nobody else in the league, I don't think, can match that. When you look at Cunningham and Mitchell and Clark and AB.
She had a solid bounce-back performance tonight, dropping 8 points on efficient 3 of 5 shooting, including 2 triples. When I say the Fever are heating up, don't look away, actually. Keep your eyes on them because they are absolutely surging right now.